They must have heard about us. Agreed. And awesome. I'm glad that that overlay is working. So Mark, what else have you been playing besides Heliod Life Gain? Oh yeah, definitely could be a connection issue. So this hand is gas. We can disrupt them, draw a ton of cards, and wipe the board if they do anything. Only thing we need now is Doom Foretold. Yeah, I find mono green henge to be fun because you can just absolutely go off, but it does seem a little bit inconsistent. Yeah, I put some money in to get started, and then I played a lot of limited, so I've pretty much built up an unlimited supply of wild cards. So let's see what they have going on. Whoa. This is definitely a spicy deck. I don't care at all about Deafening Clarion. Niv-Mizzet Reborn seems very dangerous, but Escape to the Wilds also does. I think I'm gonna take the Escape to the Wilds, actually. And let's draw a whole bunch of cards. It's nice that they're not putting any pressure on our life total, so I'm not too worried about the drawback until we find Doom Foretold. Pitch the Fabled Passage. And we did get another Agonizing Remorse, so we can get rid of their Niv-Mizzet before they're able to cast it. I also don't love leaving Fires of Invention out there, but there's not much that they can have to really punish us next turn. I have not really seen the Niv decks, so these are new to me. I've only played one or two of them over the course of the last couple months. And when I say played, I mean played against. Alright, I hope they didn't hit their land drop, because if they did, they could potentially get some stuff going. And now we'll be able to Elspeth Conquers Death to get rid of the fires. And I'll keep a Treacherous Blessing, because I love drawing a million cards. What kind of, oh, nice. What kind of payoffs for Niv does it play? Alright, and that's enough to get the concession. I think Mystical Dispute has to be really good against Niv specifically. Probably D-Spark against a bunch of their expensive stuff and Fires of Invention. In terms of what I don't really need, I don't think I need the Wraths. Pretty much just want to keep fires off the board, so Dovin's Veto seems important. Oath of Kaya seems terrible. And I think that'll do it. This is a little bit much just to hit Fires of Invention. Kenrith is an awesome card. I played Jeskai Fires for a while, and Kenrith is just so busted in that deck if you ever can land it when your Fires out. And Uro has kind of underwhelmed for me, but it seems like it could be powerful. Oh yeah, I added Dream Troller, just a one of, it's just another way to end the game. Don't think we want Dance just yet, we've got to get a lot of stuff going first.
Was it here where you first kissed me on? Where you held my hand and said you'd...
Mark, what do you think about Thought Erasure versus Agonizing Remorse? I went with Agonizing Remorse because I like the Exile, and I feel like there's a lot of decks that are using the Graveyard, but I'm not sure if that's right. Maybe Thought Erasure is just better if I can pay for it. Yeah, Kenrith and Cavalier of Flames is awesome. Could bluff a Mystical Dispute there, but I feel like they're not going to play around it. Yeah, that's what I feel like, and I have seen a decent amount of Uro decks. And actually the easier casting cost does come up in this deck. I don't always have blue-black on turn 2. I love this standard. This is the best I think it's been in a long time. It seems wide open. And I've had a ton of fun so far playing it. What are your thoughts? Alright, I am going to land Ashiok here. And start generating nightmares. Oh, Oko Standard was so bad. That was really terrible. Yeah, when all of the top decks were playing like main deck hate cards against green, that's not a good sign. Ooh. And Casualties of War has kind of owned me lately.
That's more like it.
We're still only a turn away from Dream Trawler, which is nice. Unfortunately, this Mystical Dispute doesn't do anything. Oof. Alright.
Here goes nothing.
Well, we get to play Dream Trawler. Could also consider Doom Foretold, although that just gets blown up next turn, so I think Dream Trawler it is. Yeah, Casualties of War is really, really good. I've lost to a couple different Sultai ramp decks, specifically because of that card.
try this.
So if they play a big Krasis here, we can land Doom Foretold and hopefully get something going. Ooh, interesting, Garrick.
Got a good head on those shoulders.
This is actually going to work out really well for us because we can despark Niv and then kill Garrick. And then play Doom Foretold. Well, that makes it slightly worse. Pitch that Mystical Dispute that's just sitting there. That almost was going to be an amazing turn. I still think we're not in terrible shape.
Don't worry, I got this.
Surprised they didn't force us to discard, or try to, by bouncing the Dream Trawler. I think that would have been a much better play. And then they get the card off of Teferi if we allow it to happen. Teferi is not long for this world anyway, so they might as well get the card off of it. They're going to casualties here. I think we're forced to pitch our final card. Alright, so hopefully we can take out Teferi here. They will play a big Hydroid Krasis. Man, if only that were a Mystical Dispute instead, that'd be really nice. Ooh, well, maybe not. Maybe this was the perfect card. Yeah, I like keeping Dream Trawler around, that's for sure. And if we can find Doom Foretold in the next couple cards, we could get this game. Fairy is not bad. It's kind of awkward that I really don't want to blink Hydroid Krasis, but certainly going to play it.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
I could blink the egg and draw a card. I think that's actually better than blinking one of their 2/2s.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
And I might draw Omen of the Sea, so I actually think I'd rather tap this way. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them beating us down with the 2/2s when we have the lifelinker. I think seeing the extra card to try to find Doom Foretold or Dance of the Mance is worth it. And unfortunately, this is only technically a 2 CMC card, so I can't despark it and attack. It's worth considering leaving extra cards in hand to make sure Dream Trawler is always protected. I think I am going to hold the land for right... actually, I can't do that because I want to be able to Dance of the Mance for 6. Could consider trading Dream Trawler for Hydroid Krasis to get the extra card and life. I don't think that's a good trade though. So if they want to attack Teferi with the Krasis, they can. Escape to the Wilds is a really strong draw. Oh, I have to probably enable that. I need to look and figure out how to do that.
Let's slow this down.
So, unfortunately, I have to let this resolve because D-Spark is an instant. So we'll go ahead and allow that to be bounced. So at this point, I think it's kind of Doom Foretold or Bust territory. Or obviously, Dance of the Mance would be ideal. I don't think this is going to do it for us. And yeah, we lose because they can D-Spark, forcing us to tap, but we'll make them make that play. Sacrificing the egg doesn't change anything because of the 2/2s. Alright, they saw it. On to game 3. I type F in chat, and that allows the poggers. Oh, we're just getting the F going. Got it. Alright, I don't think I want to change anything. I appreciate that, back-end Mark. Oh man. Okay. This is a pretty good starting hand because we can Omen of the Sea our way into some good stuff. I'm going to play the Fabled Passage first to ensure that I can actually play Omen of the Sea on turn 2. Oh, cool. Okay. I'll check that out after this game. Thought Erasure is not the worst because if they take any enchantments, we can always buy them back. Ooh. So, I actually think I want to keep both of these on top because I want Doom Foretold to be my draw for next turn so they can't steal it with Thought Erasure. And that worked out just as planned. So we'll go ahead and get Doom Foretold going. Yeah, the trigger still happens though. I mean, I guess that does stop us from buying it back later, but I'm not entirely sure that that did too much. Let's draw a card first. And see what they've got going on. Interesting. I think I would like to get rid of the Krasis and just limit their card draw, and then we can pressure Teferi with Ashiok. And we do have a 2-2 out there already. So if they bounce the 2-2, we can play Ashiok and make a 2-3.
This isn't a fight you can win. Trust me, I have a plan.
Also bounce Teferi, making them exile a card, but I don't think that's as good since they've already used the card draw off Teferi.
All your fears are given.
No, I am not making this up as I
So
go.
we'll see if we can just take out Teferi straight up. I think we just hit a Fires of Invention also with the exile, which is always welcome. Keep ticking up Ashiok. No need to play anything here. We can sack these to Scry at the end of their turn. Alright. And we take down the Niv deck. Up to 92%. A few more victories can get us inching towards the numbers again.